What is up, everybody? It is your boy Skinny Moose.
Your boy Fast Squirrel.
Yeah, she's putting it.
And we brought on the boy Obey. If he wants to introduce himself, he's more than welcome to.
Yeah, we are the walking horror film. Obey.
So, we never shot this video like 3 times. Squirrel keeps losing audio. But we have a couple of questions, and we're going to let him share his personal wrestling experiences. So, my first question is, why do you wrestle barefooted?
It was thought of as in like, alright, cool. The referee sweeps out all the glass and whatnot, this and that. So I thought maybe I could do something sick where the world could be like, holy shit. And I know I'm not the first innovator of, barefoot deathmatch, but I just thought, hey, it'll be fucking cool to scare people,
Yeah.
And from there, it scared you.
I mean, your first day in Carnage Cup, I noticed that you was running around barefooted. And the second day, you taped up your feet. And I'm like, why? In,
That was a fucking
Carnage.
That
I'm
was
like,
a mistake.
in Carnage, I was like, I would have, even though he does the barefoot all the time, why would he do it in Carnage? Because this is just going to tear this man's feet apart.
Look, I'm Dominican, so we walk
Right.
on rocks, all right? But the thing is, that was an accident. Honestly, I was packing up, and as we were on the road, I'm thinking like, I got everything. I'm good. I'm set. When I was done putting on Obey's makeup and everything, and I went to like, all right, time to put on the shoes. I'm searching everywhere. I almost tore up my own brother's car. Well, not my brother's car, Jimmy Controversy's car, trying to look for my shoes.
Yeah.
Immediately, I just said, I left at my home.
Oh,
And so I was like, you know what? Hopefully the referees themselves sweep up the broken glass and all this stuff. Just to fucking find out, none of the referees are involved inside the ring. They're just fucking counting 1, 2, 3 on the side of the fucking ring. Like, who fucking does that? But you know what? I still got respect for them. But it's like the sense of like, yo, who's sweeping this shit up?
that's I mean, Carnage brings you something more different than you would see in any tournaments. And
Yeah.
and I was like, the second day I seen, like I said, you had your feet wrapped, and I'm like, well, this should give him a little protection, but not as much as he needs.
Nope. It was the same shit.
What's your question, Squirrel?
What was it? Shit.
Tiger
Pain of
just watched
violence or some shit like that. I don't know, but I was in the UWF. Then that's where it just led to Carnage Cup. I'm willing to do some more tournaments. I would love to just be out there, show people more of the ideal of incorporating deathmatch with wrestling and wrestling with deathmatch, because you gotta give a little break on the whole breaking the glass, busting each other open. Like, I think it's a treat for people to get the gore, not just here you go, you spoiled brats. Like, no, like, let's incorporate a storytelling. Let's make a movie, not just a whole a murder scene. Like, nah.
Damn, I respect that. I respect the way that he put that. He went straight. I like that. So as y'all can see, this is the boil bear, like I said. But my second question is, do you feel pain? Like, I watched you in UWF, and then I watched you in PWV, and I seen that Tarzan Durain stuck them antlers between your feet. I'm like, this man feels no pain. He's not making no noise. He's not doing anything. He's just, here's my foot. I'm chilling.
A lot of people, they take it as in like me not selling, but that's definitely me selling. That's definitely Obey selling. People deal with pain differently. I enjoy it. Don't get me wrong. Every time I go backstage after bleeding and everything, people's like, "How you feeling?" I'm like, "Fantastic, phenomenal, amazing," and they're like, "You're fucking crazy." I was like, "I just can't wait to go home, wash off the blood, and smoke a fatty." Like that's just pretty much. And they're just like, "How you feeling the next day?" and stuff, and I'm just telling them, "I feel great." It's like to me, all this collateral damage and shit, it doesn't faze me at all.
Yes, sir. So since you don't really feel pain, I'd like to see you, if you ever would, step up against Cruel. You've ever heard of it from ICW?
We have. His character is pretty interesting, and we love the Clash of the Nightmares.
I'm gonna have to check that out. Definitely, that would be one for the books. Yes,
Hell yeah.
sir. So, what's your favorite promotion?
And so far,
Yeah, I guess that you've worked for, or
um, honestly, I can't really give you one, but like UWF did give me the opportunity to spread, such imagination that now the whole world knows it's possible to happen, you know. But so far, like the hospitality, the fucking joy, and the whole, people putting my name out there when when they could be putting their own name out there or their own people out there. IWA all the way. The hospitality was great. The way they fucking treated me was like they didn't have to, but it was just them like saying how they appreciate my promos, how they appreciate, how I perform, and it was just like, yo, like it was almost like being home again.
so UWF is home for you, I'm assuming.
Yeah,
And then Deep South, IWA Deep South, put you on the map.
definitely, definitely.
So, I love the face paint. What makes you want? What made what? I love the face paint idea. What made you, want to get into it and stuff?
Luna Vashad.
The what?
Luna Vashad.
Hell yeah.
Um,
That was one of the greats, yes, sir.
she is. I've just seen like her with the whole, veiny face painting and stuff like that. So there was a time I was like, oh, this is cool. And then I was in the process of blackening out my neck and stuff. And to a point, I just started doing like, black on the neck and then the veins and stuff. And then all of a sudden, my head said, hey, maybe I should do some Picasso shit. Just throw random paints, make it look creepy and so messy. But from there, we decided to go ahead and research, like what we can do to stick out more with the makeup, but as well with our performance. And well, it's not a big secret, but most our most successful one was the native face paint.
Yes.
Basically, all we did was Google Nightwolf Mortal Kombat, and then the Revenant Nightwolf came up, and I was just like, hold on, I need to do this.
I like the green face paint that you do. It's pretty cool.
Ever since then, I'll do it differently, but I still keep the same, look.
Yes, sir. So, where did you start?
Where did I start?
Yeah, where did you start your wrestling?
Ludus Wrestling Center.
Alright.
But we did the backyard before, as teenage kid and stuff, delinquent and shit. If y'all ever knew a backyard promotion called 2KW,
I think I might have heard of.
they used to be out in New York and Little Mayflower, I believe, and stuff. And I started hanging around with those guys, learning from them, and just from there, I just anywhere they would have gone, I was like, hey, I'm right there, I'm willing to still continue on learning, still, build this friendship or relationship of whatever kind, and just keep building who we want to be, keep giving people what they're really looking forward for, not what they're asking for. Because if you give people what they're asked for, it's like no
Uh,
one. entertainment. It's like
We're
just
going to eventually, we're going to eventually, run out of ideas or whatever.
right, right. So I just want to keep things as fresh as possible and just let it continue marinating for people.
I like the way that he does his wrestling. He just goes with the flow and goes with what he thinks is going to work for him.
Yeah, like the barefoot shit.
Yeah, yeah. So, how did it feel, and what did you think about being in Carnage Cup 13?
Man, we were telling ourselves like, wake the fuck up already. Like, this is too good to be true. And just to have somebody like Kevin communicate with us and just literally just throw us into the weeds like that, it was amazing. I literally just can't wait for more.
Yes, yes. I'd
More.
love to see you back in Deep South. I know they have a pay per view coming up at the beginning of the year, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, they're talking about it, and I'm actually stoked. Hopefully they give me the date and timing and stuff like that, so we can work something out with our job. So that way, we don't miss out on money, and then we still don't miss out on money.
Yes, yes. So, who does your makeup?
Me.
You do all of it?
It used to
Uh,
be my sister, when like I didn't want to do it. But then it was like now I had to start doing things on the fly, and it's annoying, but it's worth it. It's fucking worth
so, I bet you it's really time consuming to do it yourself.
it. You just
I'm,
sit there. It's a problem when you want things perfect. You just start like wiping things off, and it's chaos. It's all chaos in the bathroom. You should have seen my sink before I cleaned that. It's just so much paint.
before and after, like, I went as a little sicko for Halloween, or tried to.
Yeah, we see.
And it took forever to do it. And then afterwards, it took like I went and got a shower after I went with my boy trick or treating, and then like I took half the time, I'm scrubbing it off, and then later on, I called Squirrel. I'm like, I ain't got all this off, and I'm like, I'm gonna have to get right back in there and re-wash my face and scrub my face. I bet you I was in there all together for at least 2.5 hours. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it's bitch. It's
So that's all my questions. But go ahead, be my guest to share your stories on whatever you want.
well, pretty much. We've grown up in the streets of New York. We lived in the projects. We've been through fights here and there. We're not gonna say we won all of them, but as growing up, you learn to deal with life. You learn to cope with it, and you learn to stick up for yourself. And this industry, it's definitely something you got to continue doing. Sticking up for yourself, keep proving to others that whatever they say will never be what they think. Wrestling is definitely a form of art. It's definitely love making, and it's definitely friendship building. Even if you have the worst enemy, y'all still become friends at the end of the day of that performance. Cause ain't nobody gonna talk about how y'all did your own thing. Only you will know how well you did. And we are our own worst critics. You get me? Sometimes we feel like we never did something better than this and that. But I want people to know that in the wrestling world, you do have people we call carnies who'll take your money and run. But we do have these people that do care for you, which are promoters, and
Yep.
they want the best for their show, but not only for the best of their show, but for their performers, and all I want to do is give y'all something y'all can wake up the next day and be like, do we really watch this guy like nearly kill himself, or is this guy real? Like, I don't know. does he believe in the wrestling world? I want people to build questions, but also see there's results. So it is therapy. It is a way of escaping the reality we all live in. Um, just never give up. Never give up. I've been in this since I was 13 years old. I'm 32 now, and look where I'm at.
Veteran. I'd classify that as a veteran.
Yeah, I wish so too, man. But everybody's gonna be like, "Well, he's just a rookie," and blah blah blah. But it's okay. I'll let them say that. But I know my skills. I know the techniques I built. I'm not gonna go ahead and use material from other people. I'm not the guy who wants to do super kicks, diamond cutters, stone cold stunners and stuff like that. To me, that's all cliche. We get it. You're fans, and when people call people like that marks, but it's to me, I don't really call people marks. I just call them like imitators. You know?
Yeah, you want to do your own thing.
Yeah, man. The only thing I got similar is the crossbody, and everybody go, "Oh, but Bray Wyatt does that," and I'm like, "Bro, not just him." Like, you know,
Everybody.
That's
sometimes
true.
I play around. I be like, sometimes I play around and be like, "Nah, he got that from me." But
I mean, in wrestling, you got some set moves that, you kind of have to interpret it from other wrestlers because
right,
it's not like, a wrestler's in book. They just can't go off. They can make their own moves, but they can't go off and make 1,001,000,000 moves. But, some of them, like some wrestlers, Kevin Owens, an Iceman from England has the same cannonball.
right.
So, and actually, the cannonball that Kevin Owens does was taken from the Iceman.
Ah, you
So,
see.
if you're going to take it from a wrestler, you got to mix it up. You don't want to do the same thing that somebody else done before you
Exactly.
or that currently does. And that's what I've noticed about you. You mix your skills up.
Yeah,
And
yeah. Do.
I can't remember who you was facing, but I seen that you got chopped, and you're just like standing there waiting for another one, and I'm like, what the hell? This guy has some big hands. Can't remember his name, but I mean, he's lighting you up, and you're just standing there like, what do you want me to do? I'm like, dude, do you even feel this?
I was watching you fight Jimmy Controversy last night on YouTube, and how he was kicking you. You was just laughing at him. I looked at Cuz. I said, "Oh yeah, I like him. He's cool as hell."
So when Jimmy climbed up on your back and just jumps down on you, I'm like, this man just right the fuck back up. What would normally leave another man on the ground for at least 5 minutes.
Obey is just a different entity. Obey is just a different attitude. Obey is gonna go ahead and he's gonna give you what you don't expect, and you have to expect the unexpected. There's so much going on in this head that we don't know what the fuck we're doing, but it just works.
So would Obey would Obey ever come to like ICW The Change or H2O or any other promotions along there?
Well, they give us the chance and opportunity. We definitely, we're not just gonna make our name great, but we're gonna make that promotion even better. Not just to say it's not better already, but we're gonna give them a reason why they need more of certain things. We're gonna give them a reason why they should stick with a certain movement instead of being, giving the people the same bullshit.
I'm pretty sure that Rob Black would work Obey.
I would love to work at XPW.
I'm 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 pretty sure I'd like to see you in XPW. And Rob Black, he seems like one of those guys that gives everybody a chance. So maybe we can get Obey up in XPW sometime.
Oh, let's talk Rob Black about it.
And we need to get a hold of Rob Black, like tell him to go bring Obey into, work some work with Obey, maybe against Soul Taker or, even like Lucky 13 or something.
Oh, if you give me Lucky 13, I'll tell you this. That should be an Iron Man match.
Yes. Do
Yeah.
an Iron Man match, you versus Lucky 13.
Hell yeah. But yeah, man. But yeah, the wrestling world is definitely a place I never thought I was gonna be a part of. All right, it started off, with the WWE games, well, WWF games, Know Your Role with The Rock and all that stuff with SmackDown and everything. I enjoyed it because The Rock was talking shit. I enjoyed it because Stone Cold Steve Austin was beating ass. And I enjoyed it because Mick Foley, Mankind himself, was just there, and with all those guys, it just mixed up with me. But my real dream is to be involved in the Samoan family.
Yes. So
And
you're like, correct me if I'm wrong, but are you like Irish clone from the islands and stuff?
that what?
Are you from like the islands, like Irish clone?
Um, like Isla, yeah, like Dominican Republic, yeah.
Yeah. Because like, no offense, but I can kind of see you. I hope neither one of y'all take offense to this, but like, you kind of look like Alex Cologne if you actually, you know, just in the facial features.
Yeah, I got that a lot. There was a time where people kind of like thought a picture I posted up for like Danny Havoc since he passed away, and people were like, "Oh, we love that little picture you put of yourself there." I was like, "Relax, that's Danny Havoc. All right, that's not me yet, but that's Danny Havoc. All right, show respect for the dead, you know."
Yeah, of course. And I would like to see Obey work Alex Cologne if y'all haven't already.
We wish to work. We wish to work. Trust me. There'll be a time. There will be a time.
Yes.
There will be a time.
Obey versus Alex Cologne, that'd be one. That'd be a bloodbath. That would be a bloodbath.
Damn right. You thought me and Jimmy controversy was something?
Oh, that one was good.
And I will definitely be something you will keep the ambulance truck on the side for.
Well, I don't have it written down, but I gotta ask, what was one of your worst injuries?
Never had any.
You don't have any? So yeah, you know, I'd like to see more of you and more of your work.
Well,
But
let's see what promoters want it. We already got in the bookings with IWA, hopefully XPW and others that are out there.
yes, sir. But I'm going to get ready to end this and edit the video. Skitty Moose out.
Definitely, definitely. But it was awesome, man. Thank you so much for having me. Hopefully we continue meeting your expectations and let this be known. Alex Colon, you and I, it needs to happen.
Yes, sir. Anybody's welcome. You're welcome to come back. You're allowed to call out any wrestler that you want. We're not too big, but we're going to get there. So if you want to make a call out, we post on Facebook. We post on other social medias. Feel free.
Oh, don't worry about it. I will leave a list on Facebook.
Yes, sir. Thank you, though, Mr. Obey.
Thank you very much, Moose. Thank you, Squirrel.